Hello, and welcome to the What's Up London show. I'm your host, Jen Slay. I acknowledge that I am currently in London, Ontario, which sits on the traditional lands of the Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, the Napaewak, and Shananton peoples. I am very grateful and appreciative to the Indigenous peoples and their ancestors for being able to call this land home. I also acknowledge the sacrifices made by my ancestors who came before me, allowing me to be here and have the opportunities afforded to me. The holiday season is upon us. When you turn on the radio, you will hear Christmas music. When you drive down the street, you will see the holiday lights. And soon Santa will be in the stores taking down your wishes and determining if you've been good or if you've been bad. Our guests today are here to add to the holiday spirit in their own unique ways. Our first guests are here to talk to us about a seasonal classic, the Nutcracker, a Canadian tradition. Yes, Canada's Ballet Jörgen premiered the Canadian Nutcracker in 2008 to rave reviews and continues to delight audiences year after year. They will be in London on December 18th. Please welcome Carolyn and Chelsea, who are here to share more. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
No problem. So it must be wonderful to be able to tour and dance again.
Oh, it is wonderful. It is just the best to bring back the Nutcracker, to be back in London. Feels a little bit like breathing life into a tradition that we kind of had to park for a little bit.
Yes,
so,
and you brought a friend with you.
We did.
Tell us about your friend.
We did. Well, of course, the Nutcracker has the Nutcracker as a key piece of the Nutcracker, and this particular Nutcracker has actually been used in Ballet Jörgen posters for a very long time. So I bring him wherever I go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And can you tell us a little bit about Ballet Jörgen?
Sure. So Ballet Jörgen was founded more than 30 years ago, and the company is based in Toronto. It's Canada's 5th largest ballet company and the leading touring ballet company for Canada. So Ballet Jörgen tours all across the country, coast to coast to coast, and often into the States. Mm-hmm. And of course, the Nutcracker is a key piece of every season, and this year the company tours to 11 different communities, 17 different performances across Ontario and also into Saskatchewan this year. So,
wonderful. Yeah. And you are one of the dancers.
Yes.
Is that correct? Yes. So tell us a little bit about what this experience is like for you.
Oh, it's amazing. All the teachers are very helpful, and the audition is just amazing.
And so you're going to be in the Nutcracker here in London?
Yes.
Yes. And tell us a little bit about what people can expect when they see the Nutcracker.
It's just amazing, like a wintry feel. It's just a lot of animals. Yeah.
Are you one of the animals?
Yes, I am.
You are? Okay. Yeah. Which one, so that we know when we see it?
I am a chipmunk.
A chipmunk. Okay. And what kind of dance do you do? Other dances?
I do ballet. I also do point, contemporary, lyrical, jazz, and acro.
Wonderful. That's amazing. It's so nice. We were talking before the segment, and you were saying there's dancers from the different communities that join the show, as well as the dancers that tour.
That's right. So part of Ballet Jörgen's mandate is education and outreach in the communities that the company tours to. So for almost all of the full-length story ballets in the company repertoire, there are roles for young dancers. And the Nutcracker is no exception. In the case of the Nutcracker, the roles are actually a bit more complex. And so that means that the company comes into the community. So in London, we came in October and we did auditions. I think we auditioned about 40 young dancers from London and area, and 13 young dancers were selected. And they come from a number of different dance schools in the area. And then they rehearse each week up until the performance, and they've been rehearsing at dance steps here in London. And then when the professional dancers of the company come in, we bring the young dancers and the professional dancers together to integrate the choreography, and it comes together magically, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. That is wonderful. Yeah. That is wonderful. Well, the Nutcracker is a classic. It is a classic, and it's going to be amazing to hear the music and to see the dancers. Is there anything else you want viewers to know or what they can do to support?
Well, we have been working for a number of years with the Children's Aid Society of London and Middlesex. And so we invite the community to call the box office, and they can ask to share the magic. And for $25, they're able to pledge a seat that would go to a child or family who might otherwise not be able to share our very Canadian Nutcracker.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's amazing. Well, thank you both for being here. And as they say in the dance world, break a leg. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you both again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
This program is brought to you by the following sponsors.
Now playing all Christmas music. Easy 1013.
Carbon monoxide is a deadly gas you can't see, smell, or taste.
Homes with fuel-burning appliances and/or attached garages must have working CO alarms installed outside all sleeping areas.
Don't let the silent killer get you. Install working CO alarms today.
You're watching Rogers TV, London.
Welcome back. Have you heard of Eldon House? It is London's oldest residence, and it contains family heirlooms, furnishings, and priceless treasures of the Harris family. It is a historic site in downtown London that has been preserved and maintained since 1960. The Eldon House Program Coordinator, Brianna Ardeel, is here to share what some of the traditions and events that we can expect to see during the holiday season. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
No problem. So for people who don't know, what is the Eldon House?
Yes, well, you said it perfectly. We are the oldest home in London, and people can come to visit us between Wednesdays to Sundays within the afternoons of 12 to 5. And when they walk into Eldon House, it's a time capsule of Victorian life. And you're right, it was owned by the Harris family, built in 1834 by the first Harrises, John and Amelia. They lived in the home with their 10 children. Yes, a very big
and they were
family.
able to preserve the home?
Yes, exactly, yes. They had 3 sons and 7 daughters.
Wow.
4 generations of the family lived in the home and then owned the home.
Okay.
And then we became a museum in 1960.
Okay. Wow. And what's your role there, Brianna?
Yes, I am the program coordinator.
Okay.
So I'm responsible for special events and public programming, also school tours and adult tours. So you might see my face daily when you open up the front door to come greet us.
Okay. And so one of the events is the Victorian Christmas.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yes, so starting December 1st, if you come to Eldon House, we'll be decorated with Victorian greenery and unique artifacts to talk about kind of the Victorian Christmas traditions. So I have brought a few of those artifacts I'd like to share with you today as well.
Yes, please, please.
Great. So one of my favorite greeneries actually we have. So when you walk in, it's the sights and scents of Christmas. And so one of those greeneries is that of the Osage orange. It's this kind of lime green, brainy fruit. And I will say, it is toxic to people, so you cannot eat it.
Okay.
But squirrels and birds love it, as it can be grown naturally all around actually London. And as it starts to kind of break down and get a little mushy, a little bit of a golden color, it actually smells like oranges. So it's very citrusy. And during the Victorian era, these would be used to decorate their homes, so on their mantles, their bookshelves, and even in their floral displays. And again, that lovely citrus smell is just kind of a key thing to brighten up the home during the holidays.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so
I was going to ask you, how do you eat that? But you don't.
No, definitely do not eat. We have cut into one out of curiosity, and it looks almost like a spongy, really dense kiwi with little seeds.
Okay.
But yeah, you can actually find these all over London, still in parks today.
Okay, awesome.
So the Osage orange.
Okay.
And then some of the, in the Victorian era, there was always, of course, presents to be given out on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. And in the Victorian era for children, there was a fun rhyme. So you'd get 4 gifts: something to play, something to read, something to eat, and something you need.
Okay.
I brought one example of each.
Okay.
So something to play, for example, could be the 3 toys I have at the top of the table there. We have a ball and cup, we have a Jacob's ladder, and even a small little baby doll or toy. So of course, all children want something to play with. The other options would be something to eat as well. So in this case, I have an orange.
An actual orange.
An actual orange, exactly. Something you can kind of nibble away on. But also things like nuts or little chocolate candies or little candy bonbons, candy sticks were very popular.
Okay.
The other ones is something you need. So we have little woolen mitts, for example, perfect for children or gentlemen and ladies as well. My favorite one of these is the muff. So this muff here is where ladies or young girls would put their hands inside to keep them warm on carriage rides.
Okay.
So kind of like a glove, but also purse combo, so you could wear it as well.
Okay, and how old would that be? You said that that's one of the older...
Yeah, it's the older ones on the table, so I'd have to double check on the date exactly, but between kind of estimated around 1920s to 1950s.
Wow, okay.
Exactly. And then something to read. We have a lovely little pocket book here of The Adventures of Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. Sometimes children would get nursery rhyme books and other small pocket books, or maybe even their first Bible as well.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, so you can see more of these also at Eldon House.
Right. And Eldon House is considered to be a museum.
Correct,
right?
Yes. Our first kind of mandate, or our rules, is that we are there to protect and preserve the collection. And in doing so, we can then share it with the public through our tours and our special events and our public programming.
Awesome. Well, that sounds wonderful, and I'm glad to hear about it, because I didn't realize that this was available to kind of go back in time to the Victorian era and see what that was like.
Yes, it's quite unique, and we actually do have a special event on December 18th and December 19th, and it's our Ghost of Christmas Pass tour. So you can book this and register online with us or call us, and we're happy to help you. But it's a special guided tour in the afternoon, learning about the ghosts of Christmas past. So you learn more about the presents and goodies, but a few other actually ghostly tales and why ghost stories were popular in the Victorian era.
Nice. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you for having me. It was a delight.
We will be right back.
This program is brought to you by the following sponsors.
Favorite part of volunteering at Rogers has been picking up new tech skills like running cameras or graphics, and getting to volunteer with and meet people in a super fun sports-based environment.
Night's action on Rogers TV.
Online betting is booming. Booyah! Woo! Oh yeah! You could win big! But you could also lose. There is risk with online gambling, and that's a reality nobody's shouting about. Learn about safer play at knowtherisks.ca.
You're watching Rogers TV.
Welcome back. Are you looking for some fun and wonder now through January 8th? The Magic of Lights is a spectacular 1.8 kilometer drive through holiday lights display, which is exciting for children of all ages. It's an opportunity to create special memories for family and friends alike. The drive-through experience features themed light displays, including fan favorites like the Enchanted Tunnel of Lights, the Winter Wonderland, and several brand new light displays. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So tell us all about this beautiful light display. What can people expect?
The Magic of Lights is a dazzling holiday experience, drive-through only, and built really just to amaze the children. You can see the sparkle in their eyes. They drive through with their parents or their grandparents and enjoy just over 1 million LED lights in displays that, things that they love.
Oh, wow. Yeah. And where can people see this?
We are located at the Longwoods Conservation area, which is just south of London, near Delaware.
Okay. What can people see?
It's all different light displays. So when you arrive, you're in our blizzard tunnel, and then you'll proceed under our arch and through our reindeer crossing and into our winter wonderland where the snowmen are playing, and up the hill and into our enchanted tunnel, and then through our around the world exhibit. Seeing some of our fantastic new displays like the Bigfoot monster truck and Barbie doll is there. And we've got a mega tree, which is just amazing, 45 feet of wow. All new this year in a brand new layout. So if your viewers were with us last year for the experience, they've definitely got to come back because it's not the same.
Oh, wow.
We've added and moved and changed, and it's a wonderful experience again this year.
Well, when did this start?
We started the Magic of Lights last year. It was our first year here in London. So in our second year now, and just building on the community love that we experienced last year.
And so why did it start? Like what prompted it?
It started because my husband and I were looking for something that was COVID safe at Christmas last year to do with our family. And we have small children. And so we took them to a Magic of Lights display in Ottawa when visiting family, and then thought if they loved it as much as they did, why couldn't we have something like that here? And so they were just amazed, loved every minute of the experience, and so we decided to bring it to our own community for all of the other families and little people here who might love it just as much.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And so you said that there's some new surprises. Can you share what those might be?
Yeah, we would love for your viewers to come and see the new displays that we have this year. So I mentioned Bigfoot. All the little boys are into monster trucks, I'm sure, and so Bigfoot is there with animated lights and crushing cars. And we have Barbie this year for also, the boys and girls who are into the dolls for Christmas. We have a new Maple Leaf Lane this year, but the showstopper is really our mega tree. We have a 40-foot tree that's made all of lights that sparkle and dazzle and change color, and they're just fantastic. And so I think, it's really the display to see this year.
So how long would it take to set all of that up?
It takes 4 weeks with our crew, to transform the park, which is beautiful on its own. Has a beautiful winding road through all sorts of trees at the conservation area, and we add all of the light displays through the conservation area, and it takes about 4 weeks.
4 weeks. And how big is your crew?
We have a crew of 8 that do set up and take down with us. And then our team of guest services staff is 20 some odd folks that make it a fantastic experience every night for our guests.
Okay. And so it's a drive-through?
It is drive-through only experience.
Okay. Right. Is there music and all of that kind of stuff?
We have our own radio station. So when you arrive at the gates, you can turn your radio to 88.7 and we have all of our own programming there that enhances the light show experience for our guests.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You thought of everything.
Yes, well, we try.
Okay, and what are the hours that people can come and experience this?
Gates open at 5:30 every night and close at 10 p.m. So our ticket holders can come anytime they would like during that window.
And where do we get tickets?
Tickets are at www.magicoflights.com/London.
Nice. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
It sounds like an amazing display. Yes. And I'm sure that if people don't come in person, they'll see it on TV because you're all over the place.
We are.
Thank you again for being here.
Thanks, Jen.
We'll be right back.
My name's Ranger M. I love to knowledge share, and that's just what I'm going to do with you. So come on, let's go learn with Ranger M.
Treaty in Cree is Naskomitoin, an oral agreement. And our agreements were always spoken. For George Spence, the core of treaty was Wichihioin, to help one another.
And so we, the commissioners...
He was there for the making of Treaty 9, where the Cree were told...
We will honor this agreement together, for as long as the sun shines and the waters flow.
The Cree made their mark because they were assured that the land would be shared, and they would always be able to harvest what they needed. George Spence was my great-grandfather. In his life, he saw many promises of the treaty go unfulfilled.
Treaties were essential to the creation of Canada. First Nations still fight for the agreements to be honored.
Monday.
Hi, my name is Silence. I'm with the London Black History Coordinating Committee. I am this week's guest on the Pollinating Purpose. Keep watching.
Welcome back. What better way to stay warm, cozy, and stylish than to be wearing handmade knit accessories like infinity cowls, hats, ponchos, and so much more. Terry Louise Woods is the owner, designer, and knitter behind Knits by Terry Louise Woods. And she has a story to tell. Let's meet her. Hello, Terry.
Hello.
Welcome.
Well, thank you. I'm so glad to be here. I've known you for a few years, and so glad too that we still see each other occasionally, and it's very good.
I was excited that you were going to be here, especially because I was able to see the progression from where you started to where you are now.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. Can you let our viewers know how you got started with this?
It's been a journey and a delightful one. The many nights that I'm sitting there knitting to try to get things done for deadline. But yeah, I picked up my needles 14 years ago, recovering from my breast cancer. I needed something to do. It was this time of year, actually, and it was snowing sideways, and I, was not in a good state of mind, and started knitting. The first few things were a little wonky, but I wore them. And then I gave scarves and things away to people that drove me to appointments and brought casseroles and got me through my journey. The knitting started piling up because I just kept knitting, loved it. Went to my very first kind of little craft show, and it was a group that you and I were involved in, and I sold out.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, this is fun. And so through the years and designing and enjoying the texture and playfulness of yarn and what I could create and didn't know I could do this. And now I have this lovely little boutique that I enjoy at the market, Western Fair District. So that market's just on weekends, Saturday and Sunday. And I have this permanent space there, and I love it. It's good. And I give a nice donation back to the breast clinic in London for all the sales. You know, and the money stays in London. There's still so many people going through this.
And I mean, you've fought cancer a couple of times.
Yes. I'm up to number 7 at this point. Some of them were minor, some were very major. Started in my 20s, and it's just this genetic thing that's going on, but I don't stop and I don't give up, and there's always another day, but you make every day count. So and this brings me a lot of joy. I mean, the amazing people I meet through the knitting. I think everybody should knit.
Well, you've definitely made lemonade out of lemons. Definitely. So tell us a little bit about your product.
Well, I focus on fashion. That's what I do. I've been doing that since I was a kid, making doll clothes. So casual, modern knitting. Things that are very wearable, things that go with the wardrobe you already have. Most of the things are designed with the focus on going with the amazing black that we have in our wardrobe, and denim. So a good basic wardrobe and a lot of fun, playful accessories. I've brought winter things, of course, today. Winter can be hard, so, you know, jump in and look pretty.
Might as well.
And be warm.
Well, they're gorgeous. Like, they're gorgeous and high quality. And you said that people can find you over at the Market Western Fair District.
That's right.
Right? And there's scarves. Tell us the product, the different products that people could find.
Well, lots of hats. They're a really good female fit, just big enough to cover your ears. Lots of scarves, infinity cowls, some lightweight items that you would maybe wear indoors, but again, put a little help with the wardrobe. But it's just things that people, and for gifting, things that people will actually wear and actually use.
And you have a wide selection as well.
I do.
You do, and they're beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you.
That's a wrap. Thank you for joining us today. Please visit the websites and social media platforms of our guests to support their efforts. Also, please visit our website so you can catch up on what you might have missed. This is our last show before the holiday season, so let me say Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Holidays. I look forward to being here again with you in the new year, and I ask that you please like, comment, and share this episode with your friends. In the meantime, be well, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you in 2023.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line, email us, or connect with us on social media.
Monday nights, a winner with Optimist TV Bingo on Rogers TV. With a weekly prize board of $3,000, the money raised funds projects to help the youth in our community. You can pick up your cards at over 90 locations across London, and for only $2, you get 6 chances to win. Watch, play, and win every Monday night at 8 p.m. with Optimist TV Bingo on Rogers TV, or streamed live at rogerstv.com.
When an impaired driver killed my brother DJ, my life changed forever. During the pandemic, all of our lives changed, and many of us turned to alcohol and drugs to cope. As life returns to normal, the increase in substance use from COVID has lingered.